and good evening. Welcome everyone. I'm so happy to have you joining me today. If we have not met in person, my name is Dr. Pamela Frank. I'm a licensed naturopathic doctor in Toronto, and I love helping people find natural alternatives to improve their health. I've been in practice for 21 years, won many Best Naturopath Awards, and it's my passion to help people fix the root cause of their health problems naturally. If you have any questions during our time together, please feel free to post them in the comments, and I will do my best to respond quickly. Let's start by discussing a few important hormones and their functions. The stress response. You're walking light through the park and you see an alligator swimming towards shore. Let's take a look at the body's response to stress. When your brain senses danger, the section responsible for emotional processing, your amygdala, signals your hypothalamus. The hypothalamus activates the sympathetic nervous system, and in turn, the fight-or-flight response starts. This nervous system and this process leads to a chemical cascade, releasing the stress hormone cortisol and neurotransmitters norepinephrine and epinephrine. There are two parts of the stress response: turning it on and turning it off. When danger is no longer perceived, the parasympathetic nervous system initiates the relaxation response and brings the hormonal balance back to normal. Although there are other hormones at play, cortisol is the primary stress hormone. It is vital for our survival and is made from cholesterol in your adrenal glands. The benefits of cortisol include that it increases your blood sugar from glycogen stores in your liver to fuel your brain and your muscles. It increases your protein, fat, and carbohydrate metabolism. It regulates your fluid and electrolyte balance to help you maintain a normal blood pressure. It helps regulate the effects on and the strength and the response to the stress of your hypothalamus, pituitary gland, and other areas of your brain. And it helps to regulate adrenaline production. Prolonged stress or high levels of cortisol lead to many negative health effects. Some of those include high blood pressure, high blood sugar, increased risk of diabetes, increase in abdominal or visceral fat, increased risk for heart disease, hypothyroidism from decreased thyroid function, slower wound healing, susceptibility to infections, and hormone imbalance. Neurotransmitters are chemical messengers which translate various functions within your body, such as your heart rate. Many neurotransmitters are synthesized from amino acids, which are readily available from your diet. When not balanced properly, however, negative health conditions can occur. A number of neurotransmitters can also act in your body as hormones. However, they are quite different. Neurotransmitters belong to the nervous system, are produced by neurons, and send signals throughout the synaptic connections, whereas hormones belong to the endocrine system, are produced by endocrine glands, and deliver signals through the blood. Despite their differences, it's important to note that the levels and balance of hormones are influenced by neurotransmitters. For this discussion, we are focused on the following neurotransmitters: epinephrine, norepinephrine, dopamine, and serotonin. Epinephrine and norepinephrine are two neurotransmitters that also serve as hormones. Their hormone function stimulates the central nervous system. Epinephrine communicates with receptors in your heart, lungs, and arteries, while norepinephrine can only communicate with arterial receptors. Epinephrine, also known as adrenaline, and norepinephrine both influence the body by increasing blood sugar levels, increasing heart rate, and heart contractility, which is how hard your heart squeezes. Additionally, epinephrine allows relaxation of smooth muscle in your airways to improve your breathing, while norepinephrine can cause blood vessels to narrow, which increases blood pressure. Chronic stress can result in levels being either deficient or too high of either of these neurotransmitters, both of which negative for overall health. Deficiency can contribute to anxiety, depression, fibromyalgia, hypoglycemia, migraine headaches, restless leg syndrome, and sleep disorders. Excess levels can contribute to high blood pressure, anxiety, excessive sweating, heart palpitations, and headaches. Dopamine and serotonin are powerful neurotransmitters that influence both mood regulation and concentration. Whether levels are low or high, the effects can be detrimental to your health. Dopamine is responsible for pleasure and satisfaction. Lack of dopamine is associated with lack of motivation, low energy, and poor digestion. When triggered by the stress response, however, dopamine can help you perceive and process the threat, figure out the appropriate response, avoid an unpleasant situation, learn and remember to avoid the particular stress event, redirect blood flow by dilating blood vessels in certain tissues, by inhibiting noradrenaline release in those tissues. Unlike dopamine, serotonin does not have the stimulatory effects in the brain. Instead, it's responsible for calming and evoking positive moods. Serotonin helps regulate appetite, sleep cycle, and suppresses pain. It makes sense that deficiency is most closely linked to depression. Your body responds to stress dependent on the type and amount presented by releasing the appropriate amount of stress-fighting chemicals. Stress can be physiological, physical, or psychological. The origin may be internal or external, and its manifestations can be either mild, severe, or anything in between. Stress hormones are protective during stress as they act to maintain vital systems by increasing blood, oxygen, and sugar to best prepare and cope with impending stress. However, adverse reactions can occur when stress triggers a high level of response. This is seen most during times of chronic stress, when the hormones don't have time to properly rebalance, leading to disease. The degree of hormonal response and the amount of stress hormone release depends on the following: the type, degree, and duration of the stress, how you perceive the stress, your life experiences with stress, your age and gender, how frequently stress occurs, previous experience with the stress, and the context and environment of the stress. The primary sex hormones include estrogen, progesterone, and testosterone. Cortisol blocks the secretion of the body's main fertility hormone, GnRH, which is responsible for releasing sex hormones. While this is okay during periods of acute stress, chronic stress can result in lasting effects. Both women and men may experience low libido and decreased fertility because of stress. It is clear that this can be an issue if persistent. Sex hormones control some of the most influential processes in your body, including pregnancy, puberty, regulating monthly cycles, menopause, hair growth, skin complexion, muscle density, and fat storage. These hormones can complement each other or function as opposites, which is why it's so important they are present in the right ratio. During chronic stress, your body may think it needs more cortisol. In order to make more, the body steals from your sex hormone system using progesterone to create cortisol. This can quickly become a difficult cycle. Estrogen is needed in higher amounts for women. Its primary function is growth and development, but affects nearly all body systems. Estrogen deficiency can cause foggy brain, hot flashes, depression, memory lapses, headaches, vaginal dryness, irregular periods, urine leakage, sleep problems, and bone loss. Excess estrogen can cause heavy bleeding, breast tenderness, increased premenstrual symptoms, fibrocystic breasts, ovarian cysts, abdominal weight, anxiety, irritability, water retention, and increased triglyceride levels. In short, estrogen is one of the most important hormones for women in terms of health. Any imbalance, whether it be deficiency or excess, can cause a host of issues. Testosterone is the predominant hormone in men, responsible for healthy muscle mass, stamina, energy, bone density, memory, and strength. Too much testosterone can cause aggression, depression, impotence, and excessive libido. Deficiency, however, affects more than just sexual function. Both women and men are faced with complications without an adequate supply of this hormone. Testosterone deficiency is associated with decreased sex drive, increased depression and anxiety, fatigue, inability to concentrate, a decline in memory and cognitive skills, decreased muscle mass and strength, loss of body hair, decreased bone mass that may lead to osteoporosis, an increase of abdominal and pectoral fat, and sleep issues. Hormonal imbalances can be a result of many different factors. Some of the most well-studied include undereating. Many fad diets don't take into account hormone balance. Also, in general, frequent weight loss and weight regain is a huge factor in hormonal imbalances. Eating the wrong food for your body. Many foods negatively impact hormone balance when eaten in wrong proportions. We'll get into diet a little bit more later. Stress. I've already demonstrated how much stress can impact hormone activity. In short, chronic stress is responsible for transforming hormones and creating significant imbalances. Toxic overload. Toxins enter your body through our diets, environmental pollution, and many of the household products that we use daily. Too many toxins overburden your liver, which detracts from breaking down excess hormones. This, of course, leads to higher levels of hormones and a disruption in hormonal balance. High body fat percentage. Too much body fat results in a low testosterone, high estrogen ratio due to an increased enzyme in fat tissue, which converts testosterone into estrogen. This is negative to both men and women, regardless of age. And aging. Progesterone decreases faster than estrogen as women age, leading to estrogen dominance. As men age, testosterone levels decline. However, estrogen declines at a slower pace, leading to an imbalance of testosterone and estrogen. Two types of problems tend to occur when hormones are out of balance. Number one, uncomfortable symptoms that change how you think, feel, and act. And number two, an increased risk of illness such as depression, Alzheimer's, heart disease, osteoporosis, diabetes, and certain cancers. Both outcomes can negatively affect the quality of life to varying degrees. Common hormone imbalance signs include infertility, irregular periods, unexplained weight gain or weight loss, depression, anxiety, fatigue, insomnia, low libido, changes in appetite, digestive issues, hair loss or hair thinning, and much, much more. Our diets are filled with foods known to impact hormone balance. Common mistakes negatively impacting hormone balance include too few fatty acids, too little fiber, too many carbohydrates, too much alcohol, too many unhealthy fats, too much sugar, and too many processed foods. As a way to combat these common diet mishaps, include more of the following foods into your diet. Flax seeds. A compound found in flax can bind to your estrogen receptors and help to balance out excess estrogen. Cruciferous veggies. Broccoli, cauliflower, kale, cabbage, and Brussels sprouts contain important nutrients that prevent estrogen-related cancers and help eliminate excess estrogen due to their high fiber content. Lentils. Lentils provide a great source of protein and fiber, resulting in reduced estrogen levels in addition to containing zinc, which raises testosterone. Sweet potatoes. These tubers are high in vitamin B6, which helps with liver detoxification and frees up your liver to break down excess hormones. These are only a fraction of the yummy foods that work in your favor for hormone balance. Up next, I'll be explaining more about what constitutes a hormone balancing diet. The foods we eat regularly can either work for us or against us, as we've just discussed. First, a word on your gut health. Overall health, as well as many diseases, have been linked to digestive health. Research has proven that gut or digestive health equals hormonal balance and vice versa. The gut is teeming with bacteria, both beneficial and problematic. The key is to make sure the good outnumber the bad. This is best done through diet. Chinese, Indian, and Japanese medical traditions have known this for thousands of years. Now we'll discuss how the following can help improve hormone balance: healthy fats, probiotics, digestive enzymes, supplements, and adaptogenic herbs. Your body needs various forms of fat to create hormones. This includes short, medium, and long-chain fatty acids, saturated fat, and cholesterol. Fats are essential building blocks for hormone production. They also keep inflammation levels low, boost your metabolism, and promote weight loss. Aiming for 15 to 30 grams of healthy fats daily aids in the stabilization and production of stress hormones, cortisol, and adrenaline. Omega-3 fatty acids are important for cell-to-cell communication in your brain, but for them to work their best, we need adequate amounts of omega-6. The omega-6 containing foods that are best to avoid to achieve this balance include safflower, sunflower, corn, cottonseed, canola, soybean, and peanut oil. A healthy omega-6 food, however, is hemp seeds, which are rich in gamma-linoleic acid, or GLA, to support healthy progesterone levels. Good sources of anti-inflammatory, healthy omega-3 rich fats include avocados, flax seeds, chia seeds, walnuts, grass-fed butter, and wild-caught salmon. The benefits of avocado in particular include improving heart health, lowering inflammation, controlling your appetite, and contributing to your daily intake of fiber and nutrients. Probiotics are known as the beneficial bacteria that belong in your gut. The right balance of probiotics can improve your production and regulation of key hormones and neurotransmitters like serotonin. Foods that contain these healthy probiotics include kefir, bone broth, low-sugar kombucha, kimchi, sauerkraut, natto, and miso. Aim for at least 2 servings per day of these yummy, healthy probiotic foods. Additionally, high-fiber foods such as chia seeds and flax seeds naturally feed probiotic bacteria in your system. Some common culprits linked to the destruction of healthy gut bacteria include overuse of prescription antibiotics, excessive sugar intake, emotional stress, medications, alcohol, lack of exercise, oversanitation, smoking, and poor sleep habits. Your body naturally produces enzymes to break down food. However, some people have trouble digesting fat and can benefit from a digestive enzyme with lipase to help metabolize fats better. Other enzymes can also help your gut break down your food into smaller particles, making it easier to process and to absorb nutrients. Look for a supplement that contains amylase to aid in the breakdown of starch, lipase to aid in the breakdown of fat, protease to aid in the breakdown of protein. Getting all the nutrients we need through our diet alone can sometimes be challenging. Fortunately, supplementation can help, specifically with magnesium and B and D vitamins. Magnesium is a micromineral needed for numerous functions in your body. For example, magnesium helps to calm your nervous system and prevent the production of excess cortisol. Magnesium deficiency is on the rise due to the drastic decline in food sources over the years. Reports estimate magnesium content in vegetables has seen declines up to 80% since pre-1950 figures, and typical grain refining processes for bread and pasta remove 80 to 95% of the total magnesium content. Vitamin D deficiency is also on the rise. Vitamin D acts as a hormone inside your body and helps to keep inflammation levels low. It also works to regulate estrogen levels in the body. Vitamin D is termed the sunshine vitamin because your body creates vitamin D when you're exposed to sunlight. However, with everyone covering up and slathering on sunblock, we may not be getting enough direct sun exposure, which is why supplementation is recommended. Lastly, B vitamins play many vital roles in your body. Because there are so many different B vitamins, 8 in total, it's recommended taking a B complex to ensure proper intake of each one. B vitamins are responsible for liver detoxification, mood elevating effects, nerve function, and maintaining estrogen balance. While it's possible for you to be getting all of the required nutrients through your diet, it is rather difficult. Ultimately, supplementation may be your best bet. Adaptogens are a unique class of healing plants that help to restore imbalances and normalize physiological functions in your body. A number of these herbs have been investigated for adaptogenic properties that promote hormone balance and protect the body from a wide variety of diseases, including chronic stress-related illnesses. For example, ashwagandha, medicinal mushrooms, rhodiola, and holy basil have been studied and proven to offer the following benefits: improve your thyroid function, lower your cholesterol naturally, reduce anxiety and depression, reduce brain cell degeneration, stabilize blood sugar and insulin levels, and support healthy adrenal gland function. Ashwagandha in particular can be extremely effective at balancing hormones and can also help overcome adrenal fatigue. Its effects on cortisol, stress tolerance, and internal stress responses have been studied for decades. Holy basil also helps to regulate cortisol levels, making it a viable natural remedy for anxiety and emotional stress. Additionally, studies reveal hormone imbalance related to chemical stress from pollutants and heavy metals can be restored with holy basil. Ashwagandha is traditionally used as a powder and made into a tea. If you're interested, there's a recipe below, which includes half a teaspoon of ashwagandha powder, 1 cup of hot water, and 1 teaspoon of honey. As a tonic, you can do 1 to 2 teaspoons of ashwagandha powder, 2 cups of milk or milk alternative, 1 tablespoon of raw sugar, and 1/8 of a teaspoon of cardamom. Ashwagandha can also be taken in tablet form or as a liquid extract. Wow, I can't believe we're already at the end. Thank you for joining me today. I hope you learned a lot of useful information on the importance of hormone balance and some useful tips to help you. Sharing this topic with people who are eager to transform their health always interests me. If you have any further questions, please post them below, or you can email me anytime. I'm happy to answer questions at pfranknd@forcesofnature.ca. That's pfrank, N like Nancy, D like David, at forcesofnature.ca. You can visit my website for more information at naturopathtoronto.ca, or you can call me anytime and I will talk to you in person on the phone at 416-481-0222. If you don't get me, please leave a message and I will definitely call you back. I hope everyone enjoyed today as much as I did. Thanks to everyone who reached out with questions. I'd love if everyone could share with me what you found most interesting or valuable during today's experience. Also, if you feel like you need more support in this journey, I'm more than happy to help. Please do reach out. Again, my number is 416-481-0222. Thanks.